Hi everybody, my name is Rachel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are brand new, I am so happy to have you and would love for you to join my YouTube family. I am almost at 500 subscribers, almost to 400, and very close to 500. So I'm really trying to get there by the end of this year, prayerfully. So I can't talk super loud because little Miss Emma is sleeping, my little sleeping beauty, and little Miss Mila, she is over there doing her homework. So I want to start off by saying this is an extremely important topic that we're going to be talking about today, and it is something that I wasn't too sure that I even wanted to tackle. Because I tend to just keep my personal business to myself. I'm not one to put my personal business out there or how I feel. Well, not so much how I feel, but just things that I feel that are personal because, first of all, it just gives people something to talk about or to make them feel better about themselves and their own lives. And also just to formulate ideas and opinions that a lot of times are just not welcomed, So in life, I have just learned throughout the years, just, if you have personal stuff, just keep it to yourself. So I am, how many days postpartum? Well, little Miss Emma, she's a month and 8 days. So 38 days postpartum. And everything is going really good this time, thanks to God. I want to start off by saying that everything is going really good. So I'm just really grateful for that. But I don't say that lightly because the first time around when I had Mila, I did experience postpartum depression and anxiety. And it was rough. It was tough. And if it's something that you're going through right now, I totally get it. I totally understand. And I know how you feel because I've been there. And so I know it's not easy, and it just makes it so much more difficult because, you have so much on your plate. She's talking in her sleep. So it's just, you have so much on your plate when you have a little one, a brand new one, and it just makes it difficult because when they're brand new, they're eating around the clock and you're sleep deprived. So just so many things going on at once, adjusting and your body healing and so on and so forth. So I know, I understand. So as I mentioned, the first time around when I had Mila, I wasn't so totally surprised that I did get the postpartum depression because something that a lot of people don't know about me is that for years I have battled anxiety, and due to the anxiety, it has caused me to experience some depression. So I have been free of it. Thanks to God, I am so grateful. For the first time in my life, I have been free of anxiety and depression due to some stuff that I've been taking and a little regimen and routine that I have, that if you stay tuned to the end, I will be sharing that. So don't go nowhere. Okay, so I have been anxiety free since, let's see here. Within the first couple months of me being pregnant with Emma. Yes, baby?
What was happening?
What's happening?
Yeah.
I don't know. Me?
What's happening to birds?
I'll help you with your game in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So within the first couple months of being pregnant with Emma, she's my second baby, and that was Mila that you just saw. I was I had anxiety and depression, and your hormones fluctuate a lot when you're pregnant, so it does, it doesn't help. So I at that time decided I really need to buckle down on my supplements. Sorry, that was a mouthful. On my supplements, and just really take care of my health. And with doing that, within probably pretty much right away, I started to feel good. Like when you start doing things that you're supposed to for yourself, like within a week, you'll start to see a difference, and then 2 weeks, and then three weeks roll around, and then a month, and like I was feeling amazing. And ever since then, ever since I was a couple months pregnant, or maybe even up to like 3 months, It's hard to say. I have been anxiety free. So that is huge for me, because I have dealt with it probably since I was like in middle school. As far back as I can remember, I have dealt with it. And there has been times where it has been so hard to deal with, that it's really hard to be in social situations, and just has kind of made me become like introverted. And and a lot of people wouldn't know that, like growing up, and just knowing me wouldn't even know that, because I have always been like a pretty bold, outspoken, crazy type personality. And so it's just something that I hid well. But nonetheless, it was something that I had dealt with. And, just even being like around people, it's exhausting. And it still can be exhausting at times. I'm more to myself now, within the past couple of years. And now that I'm anxiety free, it's actually still something that I enjoy. I like my time to myself. I'm so busy. Like I'm busy with just being a mama, and my home, of course, being a wife, and my YouTube, something that I really enjoy. So I just my time is just it's all taken up. It's all busy. So I just like being, I still kind of steer away from being around a lot of people. I just don't care to. That's just me. So the postpartum depression, it is a really real thing, because your hormones right after having a baby, they're all over the place. Like you have hormones all over the place while you're pregnant, and then after you have a baby, your hormones are all over the place, all over again. So it's just a wild roller coaster. One thing that I want to start off with is, that really helps out a lot is just talking about your feelings, talking about what's going on. Talk to your partner, your spouse. I have the most amazing husband ever that is really there for me. Thanks to God. I'm so grateful that I'm able to talk to. Also, my mom. If you could talk to your friends, whoever you have there to talk to, do it. And when nobody's around, or even when people are around, and I don't mean like around, like all around, standing around you, but like pray and talk to God. Like, when nobody's there to talk to anybody, like God is there, and He is listening to you, and He cares more than anybody. So just with prayer, it really does work. There is definitely power in prayer. And I am definitely one that can say that, because I have been through a whole lot, and I have come out through the end very victoriously, and I'm just so grateful to God for that. So don't lose faith and continue to pray. One thing you need to do, and that I did not do with my first time around with Mila, was sleep. Like you need to take naps. I haven't been taking naps like I was there in the beginning for like the first 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, I took a nap every single day. When the girls lay down to take their nap, I would lay down with them, and even a half an hour does a really, really big difference, because our bodies are healing. They went through a whole lot, just having a baby, and they're needing to just heal. So whether if you had a baby vaginally or C-section, your body still went through a lot, and it still needs a lot to heal. And also like the hormones just to get back in balance, and just your whole brain and mind frame and just everything. And when you're sleep deprived, it's hard to, go off of nothing, because basically, you're just running out of gas all day long. And by the time it gets nighttime, just it makes it even harder, because you haven't slept, and you're feeding all the way around the clock, and that's what makes it really hard. And that was something that I struggled with the first time around, because with Mila, I had a hard time. We had a hard time with the latching, and so in the beginning, my nipples got all messed up, completely bad, and so it made nursing very hard, because they eat and they cluster feed a lot, and they could eat anywhere from sometimes in every 20 minutes when they do their cluster feedings, and or every hour, 2 hours, up to 3, 4 hours, but still, you're nursing all throughout the day. And so it was like being in pain all day long. So it kind of set me up for failure there in the beginning, with the whole like feeding. So that made me very discouraged. And I think that, was the beginning to kind of like the little bit of the downfall that I experienced, because it was something, I was in pain all day. So that could be difficult. And if you're having trouble breastfeeding, I totally get you. I understand. And even if it's like your second child, you could still have a hard time in the beginning because, your nipples are sore. And the first couple weeks, my nipples were like really hurting. And we kind of had a little bit of a bad latch. And she was my second. And, I was already super experienced in breastfeeding with Mila because we breastfed for like 2 years. And so, but every child's different and you just have to learn together, all, every single time. So get help with the breastfeeding, and also just get help in general. If you need help doing stuff, like don't hesitate to ask. I know it's hard for some of us to ask for help. It's hard sometimes for me to ask for help. I'm not the best at asking for help, so it's something that I had to get better doing. And because people can't read your mind, like my husband can't read my mind. If I need something, like I need to be open and transparent and just nicely ask him. And if I nicely ask him, he'll do it. And a lot of times he just doesn't even notice or realize I need this or that, because like I said, like our partners are not mind readers. And if you don't have a partner at the time, or like right now, then just ask for help by your mom or your friend, just from anybody, just a little bit of help, just so you can get your bearings. And within time, like your routine it'll go back. Like my routine is starting to be able to go back to the way that it was. Not completely, it's totally different, but more to where you'll be happy with your routine, especially if you're like used to doing things like a certain way, like I am. And I'm trying to get used to right now that my house is like not the way that it used to be. Like my house was really in order and really nice and clean, and not that it's like filthy or dirty, but it's not up to my standards. But I'm starting to learn that like it's okay. Being a mom is first on my list, and I'm just happy to be able to get myself looking semi-decent. As I look in the camera, I'm seeing my hair is like all over the place, but you have to look semi-decent. My babies are all nice and clean and ready, and I prepare my meals, and so on and so forth, just the many things that us moms do, laundry and all of it. So I just need to be continue to be patient with myself, and so do you. Another thing that is really important is don't stay cooped up inside, because every day can start like feeling like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Groundhog Day, but it could just be very repetitive because you're doing the same thing like every single day, and it can become overwhelming, especially if you don't have a vehicle, or like us, we don't have a second vehicle. So I'm home a lot. And so just opening up all the shades, getting some light in just really makes a difference. And just going outside, go outside, smell the roses. Like it really does help. It changes your whole mind frame and your perspective. And just going out there, even if it's like for 5, 10, 15 minutes. And if you live in an area that you're not able to go outside right now because it's just too cold, then just open up the shades, and that makes a really big difference. But just going outside for even a minute, it just makes a really big difference. It really does. So that's what we've been trying to do, just going out there for a little bit, and then coming back inside, and it just feels a lot, it just makes things better, and just kind of just chops up the routine, makes it a little bit different. And if you have an opportunity to get out and to do something, even if it's just to go to the grocery store, do it. Like it's nice. And just try and take one thing at a time, because if you have more than one child, it is it's more of a challenge to get out the door. But just take a deep breath and just know that everything's okay, and just do things at your own pace. and be patient and kind with yourself, and just get out, go to Walmart, walk around there. Okay, so when you have the baby, make sure that you're still on your prenatals. Like, your body still needs all those nutrients that it has lost, and if you're breastfeeding, that it's being deprived of. So that's really important. And one thing I do want to say is make sure that you eat, because like your blood sugar is going to go up and down and all around. And so make sure that you take time to feed yourself something, like even if it's just a little something, because I know it's hard sometimes when you have more than one child and you're trying to get things done. Just take that time out for yourself, because you're worth it, you're important, you need it. So get your nutrients in. And if you're breastfeeding at nighttime, keep some snacks by the bed. I know that sounds crazy. Keep some snacks by the bed. I have some peanut butter filled pretzels and some graham crackers and my water. And just so you can keep your nourishment throughout the night, because it is taxing on the body and you will be getting really hungry if you don't have a baby yet and haven't experienced it yet, or barely experiencing it right now. Then you know how hungry you get. It's like the same hunger that you get being pregnant. It's crazy. So make sure you drink a lot of water too. That's super important. You got to stay hydrated. Like, we got to take care of our bodies. If you don't take care of your bodies, then your health is just, it's not going to be good. So one thing I want to say is, like, to take your prenatal vitamins, or right now I'm taking these vitamins. Let me see. There's kind of a glare right here, but it's the My Kind, and it is a woman's once a day whole food vitamin by Garden of Life. And yeah, sorry, it's like there's a big blur, or a big glare here, because I have my big window open. But yeah, that's a really good vitamin. I just started on this one. I was on Solar Ray, I believe, before, and I really liked those a lot too. And then one other one I was on, I just can't even remember what that one was called, but I really enjoyed it too. There was a first, second, and third trimester, and I believe I showed it in one of my videos, one of my pregnancy videos. I'm pretty positive that I did. But yeah, I'm really liking this one. It's not a prenatal, but it has, like, it's really high in all the vitamins, so it's really good. I really like this. It's high quality. And also, something that's really important if you are experiencing especially anxiety, is to take B6, and you want to at least take 50 milligrams. So this is what my mom had put me on since a while back. This is the Stress B complex, and this one has just like all the B's. It has the 50 milligrams of the B6, and just a really good blend. It really helps out a lot, and just also gives you a little bit of a boost of energy if you need that, because the B vitamins are really good at that. So your body's not trying to fight for some energy, and not the bad kind of energy, the anxiety energy. And also, what I do take as well is I take my fish oil. These are my omegas. I'm sorry, I'm like here trying to peek to see if you guys can see what's going on here. So this is the ultimate omega 3D, or D3, I'm sorry, D3. And this one's really good. It has 120, or 120, what am I talking about? 1280 milligrams of omega 3, and 1,000 microunits of D3, which is really good for your immune system. And for the omegas, they're really good. They're essential while you're pregnant, and also like just all the time and for everyone. That's brain food, and it is really good for you. I don't know like a whole lot, but like my mom, she's a nutritionist, and her friend that she has worked side by side for a long time helping people. And so like I just tell them what's going on, and they're just like, okay, this is what you need to take for this whole list of reasons. And I try and retain as much as I can to remember, but to just tell you guys, this is really good for your brain and for your brain health and just for your body, and just many things. So that's really good. Also, what's really good for your body and what you need, like regardless anyways, especially if you are breastfeeding, because it's like taking away like bone density, is calcium. So this one here is the skeletal strength, And this one is not just calcium, it's calcium with magnesium, which is really important. You need both of them in conjunction with each other. And so it's good for your bones, and it's also good for your whole muscular system, and just helping relax your body. When you're just like uptight and tense, you need to just take the calcium magnesium, and it really helps calm your body down. And another thing, something that some mamas recommended to me, and one in particular, her name is Faith, and she also has a YouTube channel. Her YouTube channel is called Life Forever Changed. I almost forgot there for a second. Yeah, Life Forever Changed. And if you haven't heard of her, go check her out. She's got an excellent YouTube channel. So what she recommended to me here, it is this tea by Oat Mama. And sorry, I'm trying not to drop everything here. Oat Mama, and it is a healing tea, and it is a 4th trimester tea. And this just helps a lot with your hormones and regulating them. It has some really good stuff in it. It has organic raspberry leaf, turmeric, and just a lot of really good stuff. Dandelion, which is really good for your hormones. Turmeric, which is also good for that, and also like the whole reducing swelling, and it just has a really great blend of stuff that's really good for your body in the whole healing process, and just keeping your whole hormones back into order. So it is the spice pear, and it's really good. I like it a lot. Tastes good, smells good. And what I do is I have like a big mug, I have a big cup, and I don't have it here nearby at the moment, of course. But yeah, it's just a big mug, and I take one of those along with my mother's milk tea right here. My mother's milk tea, and I just cut off the strings to them, and I just throw them into my mug and steep it and drink it, and I'll fill it up twice to steep it, and so I make sure that I get everything out of it and also get my money's worth. And I got that tea from Amazon. And that other tea, the mother's milk, I got that from Walmart. You can get that from Walmart, or you could also get another blend of that off of Amazon too. And the supplements that I got, you can get them from Sprouts or any health food store that is near you. Those are really well-known, popular brands, so you'll be able to find those there. Also, I take a probiotic, and that is in the fridge, and I'll just leave a picture of the 2 different probiotics that I take depending on which one that I'm taking at the time. There's like a one for women's, like a women's blend, and there's also just another one that me and my husband oftentimes take. And I also give my daughters some probiotic, both of them, since they were brand new. And so it helps with gut health. And all your emotions come from your guts. It's crazy, but it's true. If you don't believe it, look it up. You will see a lot of articles and research on that a lot of your mental health comes from your gut health. So you want to keep your guts all in order and all doing good. So these are just some things that I wanted to share with you. Also, stay active. Having a child, you're obviously naturally active, and stretch in the morning real quick before you get out of bed. Stretch before you get into bed. I have a stretch video routine that I did while I was pregnant, and that's the same routine that I continue to do and have always done. So it's just really quick, easy, and the video is sped up for the sake of time, so just do it at your own pace, a really nice relaxed pace, relaxed pace, and it will help you out a lot. So I hope this video has really helped you guys. Like I said, I'm not used to putting everything out there like that, but if this video has helped somebody or just has helped you feel not alone, then that was the whole idea of this video and why I decided to make it. So thank you so much for watching this and taking the time. With God's help, you will be completely fine. Like, in the name of Jesus, my anxiety will never come back, and if you're experiencing it, I pray that you will be healed of it. So never lose faith. All right, you guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and please subscribe, become a part of our family, and share with a friend. And don't forget to leave me a comment. All right, thank you, and God bless. Bye.